The Trojan War, a mythological and historical analysis. The Trojan War, one of the most enduring tales from ancient Greece, has captivated audiences for millennia. Immortalized in Homer's Iliad and elaborated upon in other works of ancient literature, this conflict between the Greeks, Achaeans, and the Trojans serves as a rich tapestry of heroism, betrayal, divine intervention, and human tragedy. But beyond its literary brilliance, the Trojan War raises questions about its historical basis, its symbolic meanings, and its cultural significance. In this theory, we will explore the multifaceted dimensions of the Trojan War, weaving together mythology, archaeology, and historical speculation to understand its enduring legacy. The mythological framework. The mythological account of the Trojan War is replete with divine machinations and human drama. The war is said to have been sparked by the judgment of Paris, a Trojan prince. According to legend, Paris was tasked with awarding a golden apple inscribed to the fairest of one of three goddesses, Hera, Athena, or Aphrodite. Each goddess offered him a bribe, power, wisdom, or the love of the most beautiful woman in the world. Paris chose Aphrodite, who promised him Helen of Sparta, the wife of King Menelaus. Helen's abduction, or elopement, to Troy became the catalyst for the war. Menelaus, enraged by the loss of his wife, called upon his brother Agamemnon and other Greek kings to unite against Troy. The Greek forces, including legendary heroes like Achilles, Odysseus, and Ajax, laid siege to the city for 10 years. The war culminated in the famous stratagem of the Trojan Horse, leading to Troy's destruction. Symbolism and themes. The Trojan War is more than a simple tale of conquest. It embodies profound themes and symbolic meanings. The fragility of human pride. The war begins with a dispute over beauty and pride, Paris's judgment, and escalates into a devastating conflict. This highlights the destructive potential of human vanity and ambition. Divine influence on human affairs. The gods play a crucial role in the narrative, from initiating the conflict to manipulating its key events. This reflects the ancient Greek worldview, where human destiny was intertwined with divine will. The heroic ideal. The war showcases the Greek concept of arte, excellence, through its heroes. Achilles, for example, epitomizes the warrior ethos but also demonstrates the tragic consequences of unchecked rage and pride. Fate and free will. Characters in the Trojan War often grapple with their fates, questioning the extent of their agency in the face of prophesied outcomes. This tension underscores the ancient Greek fascination with destiny and human limitation. Historical basis of the Trojan War. For centuries, scholars debated whether the Trojan War was purely mythological or rooted in historical events. The discovery of the ancient city of Troy, Hisarlik, in modern-day Turkey, by Heinrich Schliemann in the 19th century reignited interest in the historical basis of the war. Archaeological evidence. Excavations at Troy have revealed a series of settlements dating back thousands of years. Troy 7, in particular, corresponds to the Late Bronze Age, approximately 1300 to 1200 BCE, and shows signs of destruction consistent with a violent conflict. While this does not confirm the Iliad's account, it suggests that a significant event may have inspired the legend. The Hittite connection. Contemporary Hittite texts mention a city called Lusa, believed to be Troy, and a ruler named Alexandru, possibly a reference to Paris, also called Alexander. These documents indicate that conflicts between Mycenaean Greeks and Anatolian states were plausible in the Late Bronze Age. Economic and geopolitical factors. Troy's strategic location near the Dardanelles, Hellespont, made it a vital trade hub. Control of this region would have been economically and politically advantageous, providing a rational motive for conflict. Interpreting the war. A multi-layered theory. The Trojan War can be understood through various theoretical lenses, each shedding light on different aspects of its narrative and historical significance. Myth-ritual theory. The myth-ritual theory posits that myths like the Trojan War were originally tied to religious rituals. In this context, the war may represent seasonal cycles or agricultural themes. For instance, Helen could symbolize fertility, and her abduction might signify the seasonal loss and return of abundance. The 10-year duration of the war could align with a calendrical or astronomical cycle. Historical allegory. The war might serve as an allegory for real historical events, such as conflicts between Mycenaean Greeks and Anatolian kingdoms. While the story is embellished with gods and heroes, its core could reflect a prolonged military campaign for dominance over trade routes or territorial disputes. Psychological interpretation. Carl Jung's theory of archetypes provides another lens. Characters like Achilles, the warrior, Odysseus, the trickster, and Helen, the anima, embody universal psychological patterns. The war's narrative resonates because it mirrors the inner struggles of ambition, love, conflict, and reconciliation. Sociopolitical analysis. The Trojan War reflects the socio-political structures of its time. The alliances formed among Greek kings suggest the existence of a loose confederation of city-states, while the war itself could symbolize the transition from the Mycenaean age to the chaos of the Greek Dark Ages. The emphasis on honor and kinship reveals the values of a warrior aristocracy. The legacy of the Trojan War. The Trojan War has had a profound impact on Western culture, inspiring countless works of literature, art, and philosophy. Its themes remain relevant, offering timeless insights into the human condition. Literary influence. The Iliad and Odyssey are foundational texts of Western literature, shaping storytelling traditions for centuries. Later works, such as Virgil's Aeneid, continue the Trojan narrative, linking it to the founding of Rome. Moral lessons. The war serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of hubris, the futility of vengeance, and the importance of unity. These lessons resonate in modern discussions of conflict and diplomacy. Cultural identity. For the ancient Greeks, the Trojan War reinforced a shared cultural heritage and heroic ethos. In modern times, it serves as a reminder of the enduring power of myth to define and unify societies. The Trojan War is a complex tapestry of myth and history, blending the fantastical with the plausible to create a story of universal appeal. Whether it occurred as described in the Iliad or represents an amalgamation of historical events, its significance transcends time. By exploring its many dimensions, mythological, historical, symbolic, and cultural, we gain a deeper understanding of not only the ancient world but also the enduring power of storytelling to shape human thought and identity.